Hello, welcome to Wordsworth Model Railway. My name's Mike and I'm going to start a new series today, and it'll be Let's Build a Card Kit. So given this is just a pilot episode, I thought we'd start with something rather simple, and I've got this kit that's ready to go up onto the website. It's just that I've not done the build to take the photographs to get the images ready for the website update, so I thought what a good opportunity to do both in one shooting. It's a real easy kit, and I've got mine already printed off onto some photographic paper. It's matte paper, it's round about 104 GSM, and the brand that I've been using successfully for years is a brand that I buy from eBay. It's called Ice. I've never had any problem with it whatsoever, so it's nice and reliable. Nice matte finish, and the kits always look good and retain the colour really well. So to start with, we need to mount this side onto some 1mm grey cardstock, and this side with the dividing line is the print only. So let's get started. I'll trim down here so we've got this ready to glue onto some cardstock. So take your steel rule, place it on the line. I mean, it doesn't have to be precise, and then nice and gently with a fresh blade score down. That's your print only, so we'll put that to one side for now. Now always remember, when you put a box knife down like this, I always like to back off the retaining screw, pull the blade in. That way you're not going to do yourself any harm if you accidentally touch that blade, because they are sharp. So we've got our printed section that we're going to mount on some 1mm card. Now there's loads of methods how you can do that. You can use PVA. I've tried it, I can't master the technique. You can use spray mount. I like spray mount, but it's too fussy for me. So my reliable method, Pritt sticks, and I buy them in different sizes. This one's ideal for larger sheets and full sheets. We've got smaller for obviously smaller pieces, and then we've got the lipstick size for the really intricate parts that we get further down. And then when we come to gluing the cardstock together, I like to use its Pritt glue in a little bottle that I found on the internet. I've had one of these for years now, and it just makes getting that tiny bead onto the ends nice and neatly. And then this is just something I built out of scratch card. Just keeps the bottle so all the glue's always down at the nozzle end. And then should we need larger dollops of Pritt PVA, I tend to use this and a plastic spatula. You pick these up everywhere. Pound shops, craft shops, they're all over the place. Very good to have. So let's put these aside and then let's get some glue on. So to get the glue on, I like to use, rather than trying to glue it on the cutting mat, I invested in one of these cutting boards. Got these from Asda. There's 3 in a pack. And they were £4.99 I believe for the 3, and the glue, you can see where I've been using it. All I need to do, this is actually overdue, take it to some hot water, run it under some hot water, all this will come off and you're left with a nice clean area again. Let it dry and off you go. So let's turn this over let's get the jumbo Pritt stick, and then basically you need to make sure you cover right up to the ends and the edges with your Pritt PVA. Nice and simple. Get it right to the end, get a good coverage on. I also find it's best if you get a part of the where the image you're not going to use, that gives you a good holding point. So there's actually nothing on this section, but we still put the glue on. Right, I think we've got enough on there. Right, what we need is our grey card. Which I have here. Flip it over, place your paper, give it a quick smooth out, and then what I like to use is one of these seam rollers. This is a foam one, but it's really good to make sure you get your printed kit nice and secure onto the grey card. Now everything I show you in these videos, I aren't saying this is the way it must be done. It's not. This is the way I've picked up that I feel comfortable with, and it works for me. What I would suggest is you give it a go. If it doesn't work for you, try the white PVA method where you smear it onto the card and then you put your printed section on. The choice is yours. You've got to work with what feels comfortable, and this, out of all the methods I've used, is the one that I feel comfortable with and that I get the best results for my abilities. Right, so what we'll do, we'll leave that to one side, and whilst we're letting this dry, because you don't want to touch this just yet, because if you try cutting this with a blade, especially if your blade's not sharp, there's a good possible chance that you are going to actually tear this. So it only takes a couple of minutes. Let this dry, and then we'll talk about some of my basic kits. You've all seen the knife. It's a Stanley knife. Is this got a little section here, so you push the blade out to where you want, turn the little knob there, that secures the blade, and it's nice and simple. And then when your blade gets dull, you just break that section off, extend it out, and off you go again. About £5 I think I paid for that from Amazon, so really good kit. I always use two steel rules, a 30cm one and a 6cm one. 30cm one's good for the larger sections, but when you're getting down to smaller sections, I always like to swap over to the 150mm steel rule. Excellent, and it gives you somewhere to score your blade down. I actually started off with plastic rules and box sections knives, no good because the knife cuts into the plastic rules, so don't use plastic rules. You've seen the cutting mat. This is an A3 size. Pick these up for about £6–7. Amazon, eBay, all good stuff. And then when you're holding the card sections together waiting for them to dry, these bullnose clips, excellent. You can hold them, let the glue set, take them off, carry on working. You pick these up in packs of like 12. I've got 2 packs of these. This is a nice colourful set, and then I've got some just in basic stainless steel. All good stuff. I used to say when folding paper, to get a nice crisp edge, use your back edge blade to make a nice little crease, so when it folds over actually found an empty biro, the roller ball inside. Don't throw it, recycle it. So when you come to make that crease, put your steel rule onto the line that you want to crease, and then just run this empty biro down, and it puts a nice little crease in it, and it folds ever so effortlessly. Nice little tip is that, so good one to have. Now I think this piece has had time to set up and secure onto the card, so let's move the steel rules. Let's bring our kit back onto the cutting mat. Right, so you can start this kit either using your end sides first or your longer sides, entirely up to you, but I'm going to start with the longer sides, and it's pretty simple. This is your outer wall, this is your inner wall, outer wall, inner wall. So we'll get these cut out and then we'll go from there. Now I'm not going to show you me cutting it out. You see, you all know how to cut, so it'll just increase the length of the video. So I'll come back as soon as I get these 4 pieces cut out. Okay, so we've got them cut out, and before anyone picks up on my error right at the beginning, I said this was the DRS Portacabin kit. It's not, it's actually Stobart Rail. So my apologies there, bit of a blonde moment this morning whilst doing this video. So there is 2 sections. What we will do now is we'll cut out the window openings and the door openings. So once again, I won't show you me boring you to death cutting these out. Just take your time with the steel rule, go around the outline, cutting the sections out ready so we can actually get these glued behind the outer walls. So there we go, we've got the door section and the window sections all cut out. Now what I'd normally do at this stage is turn them over and either using some acrylic paint or felt tip pen go down these cut lines and paint them in. And if you do it from this side, should you have any mishaps, you won't actually go over your printed kit section. Now this is just a prototype test build just so I can get some photographs. The chance of this going on my personal layout is very slim. Like a lot of kits I build just purely for the enjoyment of designing the kit and then seeing if it works and if it fits together. Then it ends up in a big box in the loft. But you never know, this one might end up on the layout. I've got a little section that might require a sandwich Portacabin, so I'll print off some new labels and cover these up. I don't know, maybe Crazy Joe's sandwiches. So these kits are adaptable. You don't have to use them for what I've designed them for. You can convert them and use them for whatever purpose you desire. I've had loads of letters actually asking, some want these logos left on, some want them so they can apply themselves, some want them with no logo at all. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually putting all 3 into one kit, and then the choice is up to the modeler then whether they want the printed one because it's nice and simple, or also in the kit there'll be the printed one and then the logos you'll cut out and then apply separate. Or should you just want the plain kit, you just leave the logo and you just have the plain kit ready to do what you want. So what we're going to do is we'll apply some PVA, put the outer one over there, PVA, the outer one over there, and then we'll secure them with those bullnose clips that I showed you.